Hello everybody and welcome back to Academiopolis, where we are almost done with our highway network here, unless we decide to extend it up this way through the mountain, which might very well happen. However, if that does happen, it's unlikely that we would put in any interchanges along here, because this, that would be a bit of a mess. There's no doubt about that. So, let's go ahead and bring this highway down over this way, although we were working on this issue, where this is still sloped too steep over in this area. So, I'm going to take these roads back out of here for now, and we're just going to use the level tool and just add in a little bit of soil fill. Excellent, and now we rebuild this through here, like so. And we do that, and then we can soften this. Excellent. Now it should be much, much simpler. Theoretically, anyway. So that's sloped too steep up until there, but that's actually fine because this is largely symmetrical, although this is actually in the wrong spot. Yeah, this pillar is... Actually, both of these pillars are problematic. Hang on. This is not correct. So let's bring this pillar to here. That's where we want that pillar to be. This pillar to here. And that pillar there. Now our pillars should be correct, which means, well, correct-ish. Which means that we can bring it out to here. There we go. That's more correct. Not exactly correct, but more correct. Now we've got a pillar issue here still. It decided to move around the pillars, which I suppose fair enough. We're going to need some height here. That's a problem. It decided to change the height here, or something along those lines. We're going to need to get rid of this section of highway entirely and reconstruct this. So we're going to need to bring this to here. And then at this height, we're going to be able to go over. So we want to be a little higher. We want to be there. And then link in like that. Okay. So let's see if that works for the on-ramp over here. That needs to be swung out a fair amount. That's now sloped too steep. Okay. Well, this does go up one unit too high, for sure. So let's try taking this out of here. And having this just at this height right here. And then bringing that in there. There's going to be a pillar issue there, but I'm not too concerned about that. We want that on-ramp there. Connect that in there. And then the road comes in through here, like so. Highways are so weird. I mean, technically that is definitely a little on the low side for clearance, but the game lets it happen. Although, I'm wondering, maybe we should get rid of this. Smooth out this area a little bit, like that, and then reconstruct this, so that it doesn't go up quite so high. That's definitely better on the clearance front. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. Now we've definitely got a pillar issue here, so we just bring that over to there, and then we can just do this. Now this is going to be a pillar issue here, so we need to do the same thing over here. We need to run this going this direction, flip directionality on it, and then we can just hook in the on-ramp, and now we can hook these up. Okay, there we go. It's a little messy, but it gets the job done. So what do we have left to do on the highway front? Well, we need to run this highway down this way, and in fact, I'm going to eliminate this road. We're going to do the same thing there that we did with this, so that'll be fine. And ultimately, we're just about done. We also need to remove this road for consistency's sake. Excellent. Things are going quite well here, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this highway down to about right here. Now, there are decent chances that we're going to have pillar issues, but we're going to have pillar issues pretty much no matter what. If we were to do this, yeah, that space already occupied. There's some interesting height issues that go on here. So we're going to need to bring this up at least one elevation step, like that. And then we're going to be able to connect that in. And also, this is in the wrong spot. Because I'm an idiot. Okay, so let's try this again. Is this the correct spot? Yes, that is the correct spot. Now we need to bring this up one elevation step and connect it in. There, that's actually correct. Oh my. Okay, so we'll now take this in. I want this to be there for the pillar. Dead center at ground level. Over here, this height. There we go. Fantastic. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4 elevation steps. There we go. Bring this in. We're going to need one more elevation step here, but I do want there to be a pillar there, if at all possible. And then a pillar there, pillar there. That's where we want to control our pillars. And yeah, that looks to be about right. So then let's go ahead and do our interchange. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy peasy. And then this will continue down this way. So we'll just bring it down to, I don't know, maybe about here-ish. So we'll drop pillars thusly, and then about to there. And then as far as this one goes, we want it to be here. Right? Is that too close? Yeah, that's too close. We want it to be one block over. So, here. This is where we want it to be. We'll bring it about like this, and we definitely have pillar issues. I'm not going to dispute that. Oh, that's not straight. Okay. I'm just going to bring it down this way. To about there. We'll flip it like so. There we go. How are we doing on height? This height is slightly higher, so we're probably not going to be able to do that. Yep, as expected. We can just bring you to there, and then I want to make sure... Yep, that's about right. There we go. Excellent. We can also, of course, extend this highway over this way to about... Honestly, I feel like we take it to about right here. Then we connect it in like that. And go about like that. And that's pretty much our highways done. Yes, I have noticed there's an abandoned building. Thank you very much. Haven't been paying too much attention to the rest of the city, but it seems to be largely working on its own, although this is a bit of an issue. Yeah, I suppose there's not a ton of fire coverage up over here. We should probably do something about that. So I'm going to put a fire station over here. I think here will be fine. And I'm also going to put up another fire station right here. That should help out substantially with this whole slight, whoa. These fire helicopters, they're going straight through the highway. Are they ghost helicopters? That's exciting stuff. But that should give us enough fire trucks up here to deal with this. Between that and the helicopters, we shouldn't have any further issues. At least I hope we don't. They should get it under control. And in the meantime, we can always come down here and keep working on our highways. We are almost done. And realistically, I want to have an on-ramp here. This should be an off-ramp, but we're going to have a pillar issue, as usual. When don't we have a pillar issue, huh? So I want to do something like that, and then an off-ramp over here, but we're going to need to connect this in. That space already occupied. It's trying to drop a pillar right here. So I guess we're going to need to take this back a little bit and drop a pillar. I really want the pillar here. And then we're going to need to temporarily put a pillar there. That dropped the pillar all the way back here. Actually in the center of the road. I'm not okay with that. I guess that will have to do. And then we can try an off-ramp over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we can connect this in. If we can get up here... Maybe we can get rid of that bit and go like that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, now we can do an off-ramp over here. Right there. And then the question is, how do we do an on-ramp over here? Do we? Like, that's definitely slope too steep. I suppose we could reroute this street a little bit. So we could curve it to go maybe kind of like this. And then connect this road in over here with the straight line tool. And maybe we can get an on-ramp here. We're probably going to have a pillar issue, but maybe. This may actually work through some miracle. That slope too steep. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. What if we were to come from, like, up here? That actually kind of works. I'll leave it like that. I'm not hugely happy with the angle there. And I'm also not hugely happy with what's going on here. So I'm thinking that maybe we should just connect this in. I'd love to do it like this, but we're definitely going to have issues with that. We can just connect it in like this, though. And then potentially something like that. That kind of works. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Okay. So now over here, we're going to need an off-ramp here. And an on-ramp. Slope too steep over here. Even if we swing it out even further. I mean, it does slope away. There's no doubt about that. Can we do an off-ramp over here? Nope. Okay. I'm assuming we can do an on-ramp on this side, though, right? No, that's slope too steep as well. Okay, we can probably swing it out, though. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah. So it's this side that we're going to be struggling with. So let's go ahead and take these roads out of here for now. I just want to grab this height and level it off over here a little bit. And we'll smooth that back out. Something along the lines of that. And then I'd love to connect this in, but I want it to be a bit more curved. Like that. And then we bring this on over. We need to bring these roads down. Kind of hard to see. There we go, like that. This road, of course, needs to come down to this same point. That space already occupied, but we can go here and not have to worry about it. And then this connection over here is going to be space already occupied unless we take this out of here. We can do something like that, or just that, which is probably fine. And now I think this is going to work. That's still slope too steep. I mean, over here is actually expected. We didn't really work on that, but this is fine. So So yeah, that'll work. I do actually want to swing this out a little bit further. To like, not even there. To like here. There we go. And yeah, we're going to need to do the same thing over here. So let's get that out of there, and then I'm just going to do something like that. And I do want to take this road out of here so that it takes advantage of the new height. We bring that in. Excellent. We're going to have a pillar issue here. So we want to have this be here, but at the correct height, which is supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4-ish elevation pips. But I'm going to go for 5 here. And that's not the correct position. And I also demolished a road. Okay. I'm clearly on top of my game here. This is my time to shine. That was 3, 4, 5. Okay. We want this to be here. Like so. Connect that. The pillar did not move. Okay, this is fine. Like that. Okay, finally. Got that one done. Now we need to do this, and these should go pretty easily, I think. Except for the pillar issues. The inevitable pillar issues. So I want this to be here. And here. And then this would be here and here. But that's probably... well, that put the pillars there. That's actually fine. So we need to connect this in over here. This is an off-ramp. So this would need to connect like that. That gave us a pillar issue over on this side. But this is not fine. Okay. We're going to need to run it this way. Flip that directionality. And do something like that. There we go. And now we can connect this back in. And we don't really care where that pillar goes now. And now we've got a pillar issue here. So, let's do the same thing. We're going to be going this direction in both of them. So as long as we have a pillar here, we should be fine. Flip the direction of this guy. And then we go there. And there. Perfect. Now we don't care about pillars in this block. And we do over here, but the pillars are actually now fine. That sloped too steep, so we might have to swing it out. And indeed we do. So something like that. To make it relatively similar. Symmetrical is the word I'm looking for. Okay, so, I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll have to do. And then all we need to do is this section here. And I believe at that point we're relatively done with highways. I don't think we're going to do any exits here. So yeah, we just need to do this spot up here. Excellent. We should probably consider going up to speed 3 so that things actually develop a little bit. Because we're going to run out of building to do here pretty soon. Of course, then we'll have zoning and other buildings like education and things like that. But we're getting close to done with roads. My main concern is this right now. It's not going to really be set up anywhere similar to our existing transportation networks. So it'll definitely be interesting. But let's go ahead and get these on-off ramps done. Hopefully we don't have too much for height issues. Well, we're having too much for height issues over here. That lasted a long time. We could do this. That's swinging out real wide. And it doesn't work on this side. So I'll pass on that for right now. We can go on this side just fine. We're going to have a pillar issue here. So let's just go ahead and bring this up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 height steps. And do something like that. Then we can connect this right back in. And this over here, well, we're going to need to do something about it, but that's quite a severe drop-off. I mean, it works over here. We can just do that. And I'd be fine with it if we could do that over here. But we can't, because that is an even more severe drop-off. So what I'm thinking is we're going to need to take these roads out of here for now. And just try to level it off a little bit. We don't have much for soil availability right now. So we can maybe just push it around. We could maybe even just try to level off this area a little bit. Because, I mean, that's going to be a bit of a thing. That gave us quite a lot of soil, so that's fine. Okay. So now we want to level this out over this way a little. Smooth this. Rerun these roads. About like so. Excellent. And now we should, in theory anyway, be able to run this on-ramp to right there. That'll do. Okay, now let's see about over here. Slope too steep. We can swing it out to there. That is fine. Same thing over here. Fantastic. And then we've got a pillar issue here, but that's not a big deal to deal with. Just run that to right there. Actually, this is an on-ramp, so we need to run it. Let's put it on the ground, which is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 height steps. And we're going to need to place it right there. Okay. There we go. Something along the lines of that. And now I believe that our highway system is pretty much complete. I mean, we've got to tackle this area up here, right? There's definitely going to need to be something done there. I don't know about trying to build interchanges on this terrain. I mean, maybe we could level it out back here and have the ridge up here. I don't know. That would be quite an ordeal. Quite an ordeal indeed. Yeah, that would be weird. Certainly weird. We can try to run the highways underground over here. Somebody's got some noise complaints. I'm sure they'll be fine. Oh, hello, water issues. We are not pumping enough water. Our sewage draining capacity is plenty high, but we need additional water pumping stations for sure. Okay, we can put some up. I think over here is a decent place to do it. Actually, maybe over here. Yeah, I think this is fine. That should be... Yeah, we're not going to be using this area anyway too much. So, I'm okay with it. Now we do have some garbage issues going on up over here. That said, how's our garbage processing capacity? We're a little bit above. I feel like we need more garbage processing over here. And I kind of want to put in another incineration plant. We did before, actually. This is what I was thinking I forgot something when I forgot to save and rebuilt. This is what I forgot. So we could put one in up over here, but that would pollute the water, which I would rather not do. So I think we'll just put another one in up over on this side. Maybe over here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Excellent. So that should help with the garbage issue, at least up over here. We have a few abandoned structures. Most of them are commercial in this area, and we should maybe think about raising the land value over here. We could maybe do it with parks. Like, we could put up playgrounds in here. Or simply dog parks or something along those lines. Botanical gardens? How big are they? They're relatively large, but we could definitely just take out this road, and we could put a botanical garden in right here. That'll help offset some of the low land values in this area. So yeah, that should be just fine. Well, we still need to figure out how we're going to do this. We need to actually develop this territory now that we've built the roads. That'll take some time because we're still working on some of these other areas, filling them in. Over here is actually going reasonably well, though, over in the harbor. So that's pretty great. Basically, as far as solutions go, we need to finish this off. We need to finish running these quays, which is going to take some time, for sure. And then we need to build our last university and rank up these 2 universities. Yes, I have noticed. Rank up our other 2 universities. But we're definitely getting close to the end of this series, much like how we are getting close to the end of this particular episode. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.